when I was in the TRP, I had a full-time job and another part-time job in addition to the TRP. I think I do a good job at overlapping as much as possible. So for example, when I was in the TRP, one of my jobs was specifically research around 3D printing in healthcare and simulation. Of course, that's what my interest was when I was in the TRP and what my thesis ended up being. So when I got brought onto that role, I pitched my thesis project as a project for this research consortium, and they bought it. So it was a way for me to pay for my schooling through that job and also get paid to work on my thesis project, also get my master's done. And then the full-time job that I've always done it. I'm very fortunate that the company I work with is quite flexible. So, I would do 1 or 2 days a week in the office running things. And then every day that I had classes, up early in the morning, working by 7, a quick 10-minute lunch, and then get to class, have class up until 7, then come home, finish up the work for the day, and then, go from there. I used to do my TRP schooling work on the train to work sometimes, obviously weekends as well, but I'm very protective of my weekends. So I'll just, do as much as I can during the week. And in terms of balance, to be completely frank, I don't do a good job at setting aside personal time. It's very much, sacrificing some stuff personally to do this. It is what it is. And it's important to have, I think, there's two things here. It's important to be willing to go that extra mile and do that, but it's also important to know when to stop that and when to get back to focusing on yourself, because, you start to hit a wall after a certain point. It gets to be too much, and you're not doing your best at either thing. You're compromising your abilities at both, and that's never okay. So that's even, we've started to come into that as things have gotten busy on our normal day-to-day stuff. I'm having to go to my supervisors and say, hey, I have this much time. I can only do so much. I'm totally on board to pursue this, but we have to make a choice. Am I working on this or this? And then where's the support coming from for second and third initiatives? But again, it's all back to knowing what you need, having that justification ready, and not being afraid to ask for it, and not being afraid to stand up for yourself and stand your ground either.